Hello, children. Good morning to one and all. Um, Today we are going to take a new topic in a geography called manufacturing industry for grade 10. So, manufacturing industry, you will have one concept in your mind how the industries will be set up, what kind of manufacturing places will be taken place, and how what is the meaning of manufacturing industry, how they play a very important role in the Indian economy. So, all these things you are going to learn in the manufacturing industry. Okay. So, what are the concepts you are going to learn, and what are you are going to learn and understand what is the meaning of manufacturing industry? So, first one is the introduction. Second one is the importance. Why the manufacturing is more important. Contribution of industries, that is manufacturing industries to the in the national economy. How many percentage we will see the income is there for our country. Industrial location, in which location the industry should be set up, and what are the criteria we have to follow while setting as well as by starting the industries in our country. So classification of industries on what basis? Based on some products as well as some raw materials what we are using. Based on that, we have classified some of the industries. So based on that only we will classify, and under that only the industries are being identified there. The spatial distribution, how the industries are being distributed in your locality. And one general topic, even though the industries are playing very important role in the GDP as well as in the national income, but it is also causes for environmental degradation as well as environmental pollution there. So what are the causes reason behind for the industrial pollution, and how to control the environment degradation in our country as well as in the world? So these are the main points what you're going to understand, and after that you will come to know about in detail about the industries. So you can see many kinds of things you can see in your surrounding. Okay, many kinds of things there. Like clothes, what clothes you are wearing, what jewels you are wearing, and utensils, whatever utensils, like bowls, plates, etc., etc., gas stove, as well as your electronic goods and services. So these are all you can see in the market shop as well as you can see in your surrounding. So one question will be raised in your mind, that how these are being manufactured. So how these things are being prepared, where they are being prepared. Okay. So the answer is the production of goods in the large quantities after processing from the raw material to the more valuable products. We call it as a manufacturing. So by using some raw materials, we will convert it into a valuable products. For an example, um, iron and steel, as well as your cotton. These are the raw materials what you are using to convert into a valuable goods. So from iron and steel, some of the utensils you will prepare, and for the building purpose some rods are being prepared there. And due to the um, iron only some products are being launched. Yes or no, children? Yes. So from the raw material, it will be converted into the some valuable products. That kind of manufacturing as well as that kind of preparation, we call it as a manufacturing there. So how? So I have taken one example, cotton. You can see here one cotton. So this is the raw material, that is textile industry. For each and textile industry, raw material is cotton only. So after that, it will prepared as a yarn. Some yarn industry will be there. Those they will prepare the threads, and then it will be weaved. After that, weaving, dyeing will be taking place as well as some printing. After that printing, the goods will be prepared by stitching the clothes. and it will be sent to the retail store. From that retail store, wholesale store, from the wholesale store, the consumer will consume the clothes there. Okay, so one cotton is one raw material, and what is the finished good then? The cloth. So from the raw material, whatever valuable product we are making, so that kind of process in a large quantity, in a very much quantity, we will produce the goods. So that kind of process we call it as a manufacturing. So the people are employed in the secondary activities, because why I have called it as a secondary activities means, um, the manufacture as well as the industries will come under the secondary sector. You have already learnt about the sectors of Indian economy in the economic class. So the people employed in the secondary activities manufacture the primary materials into the finished goods and services. So the people are being employed in the secondary sector to do these certain secondary activities to manufacture the products by using the primary material. What is then primary material? Cotton. Example, cotton. So it will be converted into the finished goods. So the workers employed in various kinds of industry called steel factories, car, textile, and other garment factory, as well as automobile factory. Each and every the people as well as the workers are employed in such secondary sector there. So these all manufacturing industries will fall under the secondary sector. So the economic strength of a country is measured by the development of manufacturing goods as well as manufacturing industries. Okay, so uh, the uh, the economic strength of a country is measured by the development of the manufacturing industries. So to understand what is the economic strength of our country, it will be measured through the development of how many manufacturing industries are being there, as well as how much we have been developed in the manufacturing industries. So then what is the importance of manufacturing? Yes. Manufacturing sector is considered as one of the backbone of Indian economy as well as backbone of the development in general, economic development in a particularly, mainly because why we consider manufacturing sector as a backbone of development of a particular country. So certain reasons are there. It helps in the modernizing agriculture. Huh? In what way it will modernize the agriculture? I'm going to tell about the importance there. So, manufacturing industries not only help in the modernizing agriculture, which forms the backbone of our Indian economy. So, I have told agriculture is the main backbone of our Indian economy. So, in what way it will modernize means whatever equipments we are using for plowing, for harvesting, as well as for certain activities for agriculture. So, it will helps to modernize it for the agricultural process, so which forms the backbone of our economy. So they also reduce the heavy dependence of the people on agricultural income by provide them jobs in a secondary and the tertiary sector. So in the last to last class, while studying about sectors of Indian economy, I have told about underemployment. Okay, according to that underemployment, some of the people, if you remove from the agricultural sector, it will be not effective because for that particular land, if more number of people are working, and if only the two people, if they work in that acres of land, okay, ಈಗ ಒಂದ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡ್ acres of land ಒಳಗೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಮೂರ್ ಜನ ಉಳುಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ if they are doing any kind of agriculture means if it is okay. So instead of two people, if five people are working in that 2 hectares of land means if you remove three people from there and you are giving the job to those three people in the secondary sector and the tertiary sector means it will be helpful for you people only na. You can earn little bit more extra income, and you can modernize the agricultural technique by purchasing lot of some commodities which will be helpful for cultivation. So, to reduce the dependency of people, the manufacturing industries and the tertiary sector will give the jobs to the certain particular underemployment people. If you remove from those primary activities and if you give the job opportunities to those people, means in the primary sector it will not affect any kind of condition. Okay, so in a 2 acres of land, if a five members are working means if you remove three people, only two people can do the act in that 2 hectares of land they can do the cultivation. So these remaining three will be sit like a ideal, and it will be and they will be considered as a underemployment. So in the secondary sector, to modernize the agriculture means for these three people, the industries and the tertiary sector will give the employment there. So in this way, it reduces as well as it help in the modernizing the agriculture. So next one, it provides the employment opportunities to the millions and billions of the people. So if you are starting any kind of industries and the factories in a particular locality, so the youth, those are having that kind of knowledge, they can get the job. Nearly millions, thousands of people, you can give the job opportunities to them. Industrial development in the precondition for the eradication of unemployment, to eradicate the unemployment from our country and the poverty from our country. This was the main philosophy behind the public sector industries and the joint sector ventures in India. So by giving the certain employment opportunity to the people, we can eradicate the unemployment as well as we can eradicate the poverty level from our country. So this was the basic objective to start the manufacturing industries in our country only, as well as by establishing the industries and the factories in certain localities in the village side as well as in the uh, uh, very backward area. We will not see any kind of facilities. So if any kind of industries and factories are being set up means slowly the development will take place in that particular country. So keeping that main objective only, main object as well as main aim, the industries are being established in our country there. So export of manufactured goods expand the trade and commerce and brings in much needed foreign exchange. So it increases the country's income by exporting the manufacturing goods and services in the international market. So whatever products we are preparing as well as we are producing, it will be circulated in the different parts of the countries there. So as a result, the country's income will be increased by exporting this kind of goods and services from our country there. So that is why, to increase the national income, the manufacturing industries will they will help very lot, and they also play a very important role in the contribution of increasing the national income, as well as it improves the country's infrastructure. In what way? The countries that transform the raw material into the wide variety of finished goods of higher value are prosperous. India's prosperity lies in increasing diversify its manufacturing industries as quickly as possible. So what kind of infrastructure we are giving, what kind of infrastructure we have adopted to manufacturing some certain goods and services. From raw material you are converting into some valuable goods. So how it will be improved, what kind of infrastructure, basic materials should be given to them to improvise the production as well as the manufacturing goods and services in our country. So the importance, it helps in the modernizing agriculture, it provides employment opportunities nearly millions to people, and it will be helpful to eradicate the unemployment and the poverty from our country. It increases the country's economy also. It improves the country's infrastructure, and that is the basic facility. It will slowly it improvising in our country as well as in a country. So agriculture and the industries are not exclusive with each other, they will go hand in hand only. So for an example, agro based industry in India have given a boost to the agriculture to rise the productivity. Okay, so industries and the agriculture, they are not separate, they will go hand in hand. Whatever development are taking place, whatever industries development are taking place in our country, same thing, the agriculture is also increased. In what way? If I take the example of agro based industry, means in India we are having many of the agro based industry which are dependent on agricultural raw materials. So the industries, those who have boosted uh, the uh, the industries which have boosted the agricultural activities, same thing, the productivity, whatever final goods you are preparing, the productivity will be raised there. And also they depend on latter for raw materials, as well as they will sell the products such as irrigation pump, fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, plastic, PVC pipe, machine, tools, etc. to the farmers. To that support, to increase the agricultural sector, the industries, not only they are depend on raw materials, but also to give a support to the agriculture, some of the products will be sold as well as sold to the farmers. In what way they will sell the products? Means irrigation pump, fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, plastic and PVC pipe, which will be helpful for the irrigation as well as to do certain activities in the agricultural sector. Tractors, which will do the plowing, the machines, some machines will be there for plowing and some machines will be there for harvesting. So some industries they will produce it to give the support for the industries as well as to the farmers. So thus the development and the competitiveness of the manufacturing industries, not only an asset, agriculturalists in increasing their production is also made the production process very much efficient. So the development and the competitiveness in our country has been developed when agriculture and the industries both, they increase their production and they contributed for the uh, country's economy. So in the present world of globalization, our industry need little bit more efficient and competitiveness. So at present what facilities we are giving to the industries and the factories, that competitiveness we will not see in the international market. So if we want to compete in the international level, in the global level, means little bit more efficient and little bit more competitiveness is needed to compete in the global world. So our manufactured goods must be a par of quality with those in the international market. So whatever in the international market the products are being sold, the quality same that quality should be there in our manufacturing goods also. So then only we can able to compete in the international market. So, remaining in the next class, I'm going to explain about how the industries they will contribute for the national economy, industrial location, what kind of locality you have to choose to establish industry in the country as well as in the world, and as well as the classification of industries, on what basis we are being classified, because many kinds of industries are being there, like cement industries there, petrol, scooters, automobile, medicine. So where it will be characterized, in which sector, in on which classification it will be characterized. So about the classification, in the next session I am going to explain about these things. So I hope today's class you have understood. If you are having any kind of doubt, just pin your question in the group so that I will try my level best to sort out your problem. So signing out, have a great day. Bye everyone.